Do you see this guy right here? Yeah, that guy number 54 with the C thing on it. Yeah, autograph. Yeah, no, you guys know him? Well, the Bears just got the second coming of him. Tremaine Edmunds is an absolute dog, and he brings everything the Chicago Bears have needed for this defense to the table for the next couple years. Was he worth $18 million a year? Yep. Am I going to explain why? Yep. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Bears went from 6'1", 232 pound, $20 million a year Roquan Smith, who ended up actually being Tyreek Stevenson because we traded Smith for the Baltimore second round pick, and landed a top tier middle linebacker in Tremaine Edmunds. So we got a guy who answers a huge missing piece to this defense in multiple ways, land a starting potential defensive back in the draft, and save $2 million in cap. Ryan Poles is playing chess, folks. Before I get into more about Tremaine Edmunds, please hit the like button on this video as it helps it tremendously. Comment your thoughts on Tremaine Edmunds and how excited you are about him. And if you don't mind, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button on this channel. And make sure to go to our Twitter page. I put it in the pinned tweet for your chance to win 2 tickets to the August 26th game of Bears versus Bills at Soldier Field. But let's get into Tremaine Edmunds. The 6'5", 250-pound middle linebacker is 1 inch taller than Urlacher and 8 pounds lighter. He has a 40 time of 4.54. Urlacher had a 4.57. Interesting. Very similar comparison. He has 9 3/8 inch hands, absolute mitts, and he bench pressed 225 pounds 19 times in the row. That was also at the combine 5 years ago. This dude definitely got stronger, so he is an absolute beast and very strong player. Let's go over his playing style and why I compare him to Brian Urlacher. He uses his big frame along with his long limbs to his advantage to cover as much space as possible. Again, 4 inches taller than Roquan Smith. This guy moves super smooth for how heavy and how big he is. Actually plays a lot smaller than he actually is from an athletic standpoint because he's able to get through defenders very easily. He also makes really athletic plays, and he hits people hard. He has crazy off the snap speed that helps disguise him when he's blitzing or putting pressure in the backfield. He can also cover sideline to sideline with no issues at all. Again, using that speed and size to his advantage, and his fantastic vision. He also was the best, yes, the best middle linebacker in middle coverage in the NFL last season. That is big for the Chicago Bears defense as they struggled a lot over the middle this past season, and Tremaine Edmunds brings that to the table. In his 5 years in the NFL, he has played in 74 games. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. All his seasons have had 100+ tackles, 565 total, 32 tackles for loss, 18 quarterback hits, 1 safety, 6.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 35 pass deflections, and 5 interceptions. Those stats are pretty darn impressive if you ask me. And I think he's going to rip it up in Alan Williams' defense and have a great 2023-2024. I think he's going to break the 120 tackle mark. He is the guy in Chicago that needs to make the plays, and he knows it while also getting the absolute bag. So he definitely should be getting 120+ tackles. I think he's going to have 2 snacks, but I think that he's going to have 8 quarterback hits. That's where he's going to have the big advantage. I think he's also going to have 10 pass deflections. We are not going against a lot of elite quarterbacks this year. And also, people still think they can throw it over the middle on Chicago, but not anymore. And then on top of it, 10 tackles for loss. I think he's going to be in the backfield a ton under Alan Williams' defense. And this Bears front 7 is going to be very scary. He's getting the bag. He is a leader, and he knows what Chicago Bears linebacker history is like, whether it's Buckus, Singletary, Briggs, Urlacher, you name it, the Bears have a ton of it, and he knows he has to continue that legacy. This guy is going to be special. I hope you guys are excited about him too, and put your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think about Tremaine Edmunds. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. If you don't mind, please go follow our Twitter page. We really are trying to grow there as well, and all support is needed. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and we'll see you guys next time.